All right, y'all. So I want to help you guys out today on how to become the most productive without it being a pain in the butt to be. Because I feel like when we talk about productivity, most people stress out or they get discouraged because it's so much going on in each of our days that being productive is looked like a hassle rather than something that you should be excited about doing. And I found a technique earlier this year that has really simplified things for me because I'm currently just in the busiest part of my life that I've ever been. So I felt like I need to get more organized. Right now I'm working a job as a software engineer, but I'm working for the work of two software engineers because we've been understaffed for the last 4 months. And then I also have my own finances. I handle all that myself, my appointments, relationships with my friends and family. Like I have to make sure I make time for them as well. If I want to go on dates with women, I have to make sure I schedule that properly. I forgot if I mentioned fitness, but that's also part of my life. And, YouTube as well. So in order for me to get all these things done, then I need to be somewhat organized. So I want to help you guys out today on what I exactly do. So every night before I go to bed, I write out a list of things in sequential order that I want to get done the following day. And specifically in sequential order because you want to make sure that when you start your day, you're not thinking about what you need to be doing. Because when you start thinking about what you need to do, you're wasting valuable energy that can be used into the actions of doing what you need to do. And I found this very interesting because this is what I used to overthink all the time, every single day, and I didn't realize why I would, and it's because there was so much that I needed to do every day that my brain was scattered trying to figure out what I need to do in real time rather than just doing what I need to do. So I feel like most people deal with that. So by writing in sequential order, it allows things to be easier. But you guys are probably all wondering, what exactly do you write? So the most easy way to go about this is every day has its own story. So everything that you want to get done, maybe in a week span, is not going to happen day to day. For example, there's some times where I know I can't record a YouTube video one day. But there's other days where I'm like, okay, I know I can. So I put that part of my routine and maybe I'll just mass record. Because other days I need to focus on getting more work done at my job. Or maybe there's a date that I want to go on with this girl. And so I know I'm going to have less time to get some work done. So on other days I have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to figure out what works best for you. So every night has its own story. And when you write in your calendar or whatever it is, maybe in your notes, write just the main points of what you need to get done. And you guys are probably wondering, what do you mean by the main points? So what I mean is the things that aren't subconscious to your routine, you don't need to be writing down. For me, like fitness is routine in my life. Subconsciously, I know when I need to go to the gym. I don't need to write that in my schedule. Like I don't need to add more into my planning to make this productivity lifestyle such a hassle because I'm writing something that I don't need to write. Or if it's you that goes to, if you're into, if you have if you're playing a men's league or if you like to go to Pilates or whatever the case may be, I'm giving examples. If that's part of your routine and it's subconscious, that means that you enjoy doing that. Like you love that being a part of your routine. You don't have to think about it. You just know when it's time for that. But the things that you need to write down are the things that you have to think about that you need to do when your day starts. So start it from top to bottom. So going back to me, it's like, I know I start work in the morning. So I know exactly what I want to get accomplished in the morning. So I write that task down. Then the next thing is I know I want to possibly have an appointment. So I have to write that in there, right? That's probably next. Then after that, I know I maybe have to go, run some errands. You know what I mean? Like basically, I'm just kind of giving you some basic examples here. But I do that and I map that throughout the day. And when you do this, you start to understand how much more you are able to accomplish in a day. And you can either realize that you can accomplish more, but you can also understand that maybe I need to tone it back on what I think I can accomplish. Because when you are proactive about the work that it is that you're trying to accomplish, you leave less thinking and understand like, hey, okay, because I'm not thinking about what I need to do and I'm doing what I actually need to be getting done, I know what limits I can push my body to. But when you spend time trying to think what you can do, it's just always a thought. It's never put into reality, right? So then you can adjust. And as time goes on, I've learned to adjust like, okay, maybe I'm a bit over, I'm thinking too much of myself. I'm expecting too much out of myself today, or I'm expecting too much of myself every single day in general. So I need to cut one of these tasks back. And then you'll start to realize, okay, over time, is this extra thing that I want to get done in my life important? Like, let's say, is this date with this woman that I thought I was interested in, is this really worth it? Or is getting this work done that I need to get done more important? Because if I go on this date, I'm not going to be able to get this done today. And if I don't get this task done today, I know what tomorrow is going to be like. Like, I have all these appointments, I have all these other things I have going on, so I won't be able to get to that task days later. So I hope that I hope that makes sense. It's just like, then you start to understand what the priorities are, what makes the most sense for you, what is worth your time. And being this way will really boost your confidence, because you'll realize how much you truly can get done in a day-to-day basis. Like, there's so much that can get done, but because we waste time thinking, because we waste time being on social media, because we waste time trying to spend time with people that don't want the best for us or don't care for us, we just kind of are wanderers, is what I like to call them. We're just wandering and thinking like, what should we be doing? Like, we're just trying to be led some direction without any sense of understanding. No, like, if you do this in your downtime, which is the night prior, then you'll understand like this, it's easier to do because you're not having this pressure to get anything done in that moment, right? The only thing you're doing at that moment, that's the moment when you should be thinking, because you're planning out your day. And allowing yourself to be on this journey will then make you feel more comfortable with planning out your days and being productive, because it's more enticing due to the fact that you haven't overwhelmed your schedule with every single point in the day. Because I'm not a type A personality. Like, I'm not about like at 8 a.m. I do this, at 9 a.m. I do this, at 10 a.m. Like, that's too much for me. I want you to do the main points and fit in between the subconscious things that you know you need to do every day between those main points. Like, you can figure that out for yourself because you know you'll get it done. And then as time progresses, you can get more granular with it if you like. Right now, I feel like I'm starting to get more into that 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. kind of scheduling, because I've been building up to this point. But if you want to get started, I would just do the main points, and you'll see how much more you can get done in a day. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, share with a friend that needs to hear this. Subscribe to me if you haven't as well. This page is all about bulletproofing your mind and maximize what life has to offer you. And the more you can become more productive with your days, you'll understand how to really get to that point. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.